Hey folks, welcome back to Make It Good. My cordless drills are easily the most used tools I have in the workshop. I always like having them close at hand, easy to get to, because I'm always picking them up to use them for something. Today I'm going to be walking through how I built a quick and easy docking station for the drills, their batteries, and the charger. And we're going to get started on that right now. I'm building this docking station to hang on my French cleat wall system that I just put together in my tiny workshop. It's really come in handy, organizes things well. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link to it above. In this case, I'm using scrap wood because, you know what, it's free. And I have a lot of it from building the workshop. So I'm mocking things up on a 1x8 here just to see how they will fit. I'm trying to make it as compact as possible just so I have plenty of room for other things in the shop, and honestly, this doesn't have to be all that big. So the drills and the battery pack will be on top, and I'll have the batteries hanging off the bottom, and you'll see how that comes together here pretty soon. Use my offcut to measure the second one. That way everything comes out nice and even. And then I used a little stop block here to make sure my sides were even as well. So I'm mocking this up right now and going ahead and putting it together. I like to pre-drill, especially in this 1x material, I like to pre-drill my holes and put my screws in there so it doesn't split. I'm going ahead and putting this box together before I do anything else. That way these holes are ready to go and I don't have to do them later after I've made cuts and put some of the dividers in place. And then I simply just mark the ends just to let me know which side goes together with what, so it makes it real easy. Now I'll just take it all back apart. The holes are where they're supposed to be so that I know this will go back exactly the way it was, nice and square. This is the bottom shelf, and this is where the battery is going to sit. I'm going to have them sit upside down with the stems hanging down through these slots I'm cutting here in the bandsaw. I've really enjoyed setting up this Porter cable bandsaw for my workshop space. I've put some extra items like a riser block and a fence on it just to make it a little bit more useful, and it's been a great tool so far. I've been using it a lot more than I thought it would. I'll link up to that video as well. I'm working on getting these corners cut off as well, just to make it a little easier to slide those batteries in. I'm using a stop block to make the cuts for the 4 dividers for the top shelf that separate the drills and the battery charger. This ensures that every cut is exactly the same. Now I need to mark off where each one of these dividers go and make sure those marks are nice and square so that once I have the pocket holes drilled, I can put these exactly where they need to go to ensure a perfect fit. Then I give everything a light sanding with 150 grit sandpaper. I'm kind of taking these corners down so that the batteries slide nice and easily into these slots. And now we can head towards the final assembly of everything. I start by putting the main box back together, and since I've already pre-drilled and put these screws in before, I know this is going to come together all nice and square. Then here come the pocket screws. I'm just lining these boards up with the lines I drew earlier, and I know they're going to be exactly where they need to be so that everything fits as expected. And look at that, fits just as expected. Realized I needed something more solid to attach the other side of the French cleat to, so I'm putting this board down with some more pocket hole screws. And then getting the French cleat ready to install in the back. I like having this a little higher, especially as top heavy as this will be. I think the placement here is going to make it nice and stable. Oh yeah, that fits pretty good. Now wait a minute. What in the heck is that? Ah, crud. I thought I was going to put this on the back. No worries. Just going to get an extra little strip of some paneling here and nail that on and cover that little divot. And it's like it was never there to begin with. Now all I have to do is sand down some of these sharp edges with 150 grit sandpaper. And from there we'll call it a day. And there we go. A docking and charging station for my 2 cordless drills and their batteries to keep them off the shelves I've had them on, onto the wall where I'm hoping to put most of my equipment, and most importantly, easy to reach and easy to get to when I need them. Just a little scrap wood, some time, and I've got something that meets my needs perfectly. Oh, and as a quick accessory, I grabbed a 2x4, drilled some 1/4-inch holes in it, and now I have a place to store all my bits. Those are easy to get to as well and right next door to my drills. I hope you found this helpful. If you like what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos. I appreciate each and every one of you following along. Y'all get out there and make it good. Thanks a lot.